أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وأنا ظننا أن لن تقول الإنس والجن على الله كذبا وأنه كان رجال من الإنس يعوذون برجال من الجن فزادوهم رهقا وأنهم ظنوا كما ظننتم أن لن يبعث الله أحدا وأنا لمسنا السماء فوجدناها ملئت حرسا شديدا وشهبا وأنا كنا نقعد منها مقاعد للسمع فمن يستمع الآن يجد له شهابا رصدا. And that we thought that the humans and the jinn would never tell a lie about Allah. Therefore we had followed them in shirk under this impression. And that some people from human beings used to seek refuge with some of the jinn, and thus they increased them, meaning the jinns, in arrogance. And that they, meaning the humans, thought as you, O jinns, thought that Allah will never resurrect anyone. And that we sought to reach the sky, but we found it filled with stern guards and flames. And that we used to sit at places therein to listen, but if one will try to listen now, he will find a flame in ambush for him. So we continue with Surah al-Jinn, which we commenced yesterday. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is narrating to us the conversation that the jinn had among themselves after they came and they heard the Quran from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, whilst Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was leading the Salatul Fajr in this wadi of Nakhla near Makkah al-Mukarramah. So the jinn, we continue with their conversation. So yesterday the last ayah we read was وَأَنَّهُ كَانَ يَقُولُ سَفِيهُنَا عَلَى اللَّهِ شَطَطًا, that the foolish one among us, and the Mufassirun say that they are referring to Iblis, because Iblis is also a jinn. So the foolish one among us, he used to say absurd and crazy things about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that is that Allah اتَّخَذَ صَاحِبَةً وَلَا وَلَدًا, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has taken a wife and Allah has children. So Iblis told us these crazy things. وَأَنَّا ظَنَنَّا. Now why did we believe this and why did we commit shirk with Allah? Because we used to think that no insan, no human and no jinn would make up lies about Allah. When Iblis told us that Allah has a wife and Allah has children, na'udhu billah, we believed it because we thought that who would lie about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and who would make up things about Allah. So we believed him and we followed him in his shirk and in his disbelief. وَأَنَّهُ كَانَ رِجَالٌ مِنَ الْإِنسِ. And then there used to be, so this was the first they mentioned the common form of shirk, which majority of the jinns, they were involved in. Now they're speaking about a specific form of shirk. So they said that there used to be some human beings. So what used to happen was, when the Arab, when they used to travel, and when any of them, they used to kind of spend the night or take a stop at in a remote area, especially in a jungle or in a forest where there wasn't any humans around over there, and they had to stop because it was nighttime, they were tired or whatever the reason was. So when they would get down from the animal, they would make an announcement. They would make an announcement at the top of their voice that أعوذ بسيد هذه الوادي من سفهاء قومي, that I seek refuge from the leader of the jinns of this area, from the foolish ones and from those who want to harm me amongst his people or amongst his tribe. So in this way, the humans, they would increase the arrogance of the jinn. So the leader of the jinn in that area, he would say to the others, you see, look, even I am your leader and I have also become the leader of the humans as well. Look, they are seeking refuge in me. So this was another form of shirk which some of them were involved in. That they would say that, so seeking protection from anyone other than Allah, that is also a form of shirk. So the humans would commit shirk and the jinns as well, they would say, look, I am the leader and I am so great, and this would kind of increase them in their kufr. So that's what they're saying, فَزَادُوهُمْ رَهَقًا. The humans would increase the jinn in their arrogance and in their takabbur. وَأَنَّهُمْ ظَنُّوا كَمَا ظَنَنْتُمْ. The jinn continue. They say that the humans, majority of the humans, they also think that there is going to be no qiyamah. Just as how, O jinn, you also think as well, that Allah will not resurrect anyone. So first they spoke about tawheed, now they're speaking about ba'ath ba'd al-maut. So they say that was a wrong belief that we had. We are going to start believing in the ba'ath ba'd al-maut now. وَأَنَّا, now about risala. وَأَنَّا لَمَسْنَا السَّمَاءَ. And as we explained yesterday, that we used to go up to the skies above فَوَجَدْنَاهَا مُلِئَتْ حَرَسًا شَدِيدًا وَشُهُبًا. Before, when the jinn would go up, they were able to hear the private conversations between the malaika and the angels when they would speak about the ghaib and the unseen things. But now when we go there, we find that the skies are being protected, harasan, with stern guards. That the malaika and the angels of Allah, they kick out any of the jinn that try to come up over there. And washuhuba, and there is a flame, the shooting star, that any of the jinn that tries to go up and listen to any of the conversations of the malaika, now a shooting star comes behind them and turns that jinn into ashes. وَأَنَّا كُنَّا نَقْعُدُ مِنْهَا مَقَاعِدَ لِلسَّمْعِ. We used to sit there on the skies trying to listen. فَمَنْ يَسْتَمِعِ الْآنَ يَجِدْ لَهُ شِهَابًا رَصَدًا. But now anyone goes there and the shooting star will come after him and will turn him into ashes. So they're saying that this means that this is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has now prevented us from listening to any of the things that are discussed on top because of the wahi and the revelation that is coming down to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, so that the wahi can be protected. So that it goes directly from Jibreel to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, so that no jinn can go over there and maybe listen to some wahi, then he brings it to some of the fortune tellers and the kahin, and then in this way the wahi and the revelation, it's messed up, or some inaccuracy comes in there. So in order to protect the wahi and the revelation, Allah prevented the jinn from listening to the conversations of the malaik and the angels up in the samawat and in the skies. And then their conversation continues as well. So we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep us steadfast upon the tawheed and the oneness of Allah, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us, and may Allah be pleased with us. Amin ya Rabbil Alameen. Wa sallallahu wa sallim ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Alhamdulillah.